Hey guys, we're going to do a little thumb fanning with my single action today. Get a little idea here. The single action, you have to cock the hammer back each time before it'll fire. Now what you do when you thumb fan, you hold after your first shot, you keep your trigger held in. And you'll fan it with your thumb. Instead of you see in movies, they fan it with their hand from the hip. This way, you can aim while you do it. It actually works pretty good, but the gun, it's hard. It wants to slide back in your hand when you do it. But we're going to give it another try here. I've already shot almost a whole box of ammo through this pistol, so we'll try it one more time for you before I call it quits today. That's the efficient way to thumb fire a single action revolver. It's pretty fun. Show you how the reload works here. Reload process. You have to half click it. You can see right here you half click and it lets the cylinder roll. You have a little plunger right here that ejects your shells. You can see that little motion right there. And then it's real simple. You just, and then, you know, of course you'd load your other 5 or 6. They tell you to load 5 so that your hammer rests on an empty chamber, but this is the Cattleman 2. It's more modernized. It's got a retractable firing pin, free floating firing pin. I don't know if you can kind of see it. The lighting's probably not good enough. If you look right in here, get out of the light, right in here, you can watch when I pull the trigger, your firing pin. The old days, the firing pin would stay like that, and you see your firing pin's on your hammer. You can kind of see that. In the old days, the older style, it stays like that. So all you would have to do if you were carrying this thing around and it on a live round, sitting on the primer, is jam the hammer hard enough and it would go off. And a lot of people actually accidentally shot themselves like that. Back in the day, they would drop their revolver out of their holster when they sit down and it'd go off and it would shoot them. A lot of people died that way. So they started loading the way you would do that. You see it's empty. You'd load one and you would skip one, then load the other. Then after you come all the way back around, your hammer would rest on an empty chamber. That's the safe way to carry one of these. This one's made where you can carry 6, but they still prefer you not to. That's the single action, guys. That's how you thumb fan one. I'm gonna call it quits and go to the house, I believe, and pick up my shells here. Empty casings.